All right, there's the dash camera, and you can see how nicely the wire is hidden up in there. Now we're gonna kind of trace this wire back and see how I powered it. The first thing that you want to do is use something like a plastic pry tool and pop off this little plastic cover here. Ta-da! And then up in there are 2 Phillips head screws. And if you loosen those, then you can pop this whole piece down. You just kind of grab it on both sides and gently pull down. I'm going to remove the Phillips head and then show you that. All right, so both the Phillips heads are removed, and we're going to grab the 2 sides here and gently pull down. You'll feel a little pop. Nice. And then you just kind of want to wiggle it, and it comes loose. Ta-da! Now let me show you up in there. So here's the little thing that we dropped down. And there you can see the USB cable, that black one that runs through there. And if I lift it up, you can kind of see where the cable runs forward to the dash camera. And so right about here, there's a nice big gap that goes right through. And that's where you run your cable. Now, to get the cable to keep going further to the left, you want to push the cable in this little crack right here. It'll go. You kind of have to pull down on it, but you can see how you can fit the cable up there. So then the cable goes here, and then it goes along the top of the driver's window. You just kind of shove it back up in there with your fingers. And then to run it down the A-pillar, this pops off really easily. So you can put your fingers up here, pull down. There's 2 plastic clips. There, they both popped. And then if you kind of like lift up towards yourself, the bottom of it comes out of the dash, and it's connected because you have a nice fancy side curtain airbag in there. And then you can see my black USB cable. There it is. I tucked it back up in there, and you can see where I zip tied it to this other wire loom, and it neatly runs down. Now I'm going to hop out of the car and show you some more stuff. So here you can see where the plastics popped off. If you look down in here, I know it's hard to tell because of the reflection, there is a hole. You can see the black cable, and it's tricky. I had to put a flashlight down there, but you can push the cable down through there, and it'll pop out down here. And then once the cable's down here, then you have a whole lot of options. My favorite thing to do is to use a fuse tap. You can see mine right there. Slot number 1 was empty, and that is aux power. So it's switched. When the car is on, and when it's off, it's off. Anyway, I made a little wiring harness. I'll show you that. All right, here's the thing I made. 2 barrel plugs. They're gonna accept those 2 things. I've got a fuse tap on the positive side. I'm gonna grab from slot number 1. That one seems to have the behavior I want. My ground is gonna be under that plastic thing right there. And I'm gonna put some dielectric grease on there to make sure it's nice and conductive. And I already scratched it, sanded it, make sure it's nice and got some bare metal. Same thing under here too. And that powers my phone mount. Super slick. I'm gonna do a video on this too. Quad lock, magnetically attaching, wirelessly charging, and super sleek because the thing just disappears. Similarly, my GPS has the wire just disappear behind the vent. Pretty nice. All 3 of those things get powered off that one fuse tap using that harness that I just showed you.